Hopefully everyone else will wake up in the next little bit, or if they didn't click away from the video already. Next set of questions. Alright, so the next set comes from Mickey D, and he asks, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? All the time when I get asked this question, I'm always going to say, I want the superpower to fly. I think it'd be awesome to fly around everywhere. I don't care if for the super strength, you can't hit me if you can't catch me. I'm in the air. Woo! But anyways, no, I just think that'd be really fun. Just to fly around everywhere, free, willy-nilly, no restrictions on it like that, besides flocks of birds and planes. But, yeah, that would be my superpower. How do you prep for recording? To be totally honest, the way I prep for recording, I got all my stuff hooked up. Mic, capture card, open up all the programs, have everything ready. I even go the extra length to, if my neighbors are home, I will go upstairs and ask them just to remain quiet for the next couple hours so I can do a recording. And they're actually really nice about it, and they do it. I make sure I go to the bathroom first, so I don't have to go to the bathroom midway or be distracted with having to go to the bathroom while recording. And sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling, I will have a bottle of water with me, because a lot of talking gets your throat dry, and then you start sounding like Mater, like I do in one of my episodes. And that's how I prep. Sorry, it's not really anything extravagant like doing stretches or vocal exercises or something like that. It's Let's Plays. They're easy, they're fun. It's as easy as picking up a video game and talking over it. Oh, shocker. Okay, so next question. Will you ever continue doing your early film work? I absolutely would, if I was able to. The thing that's stopping me from even doing any of that stuff, mostly, is lack of equipment, crew, and actors and actresses, and then a script that I have to come up with. Because of all the knowledge I have with the film school, I refuse to use a crappy camera to record that stuff on. Because if I want to do a green screen, I know I need to do it with a professional camera, with a real green screen, all that stuff. Because for me, if I don't do it like that, it's just more harder work to deal with in post. I'm a post guy. I know what it takes to make a shot really good, so that in post I don't have so much stress over it. And I can just do my stuff and not have to worry about little tedious things with it. So, in future, I do definitely plan on to. So, in the future, expect some of those. Next question. Will you be attending next year's August PAX? That's a very good question. I would absolutely love to. Only problem would be if I have enough finances to do so, because I'd have to take time off work. Hopefully by that time I'm not actually working at that place anymore, and hopefully by that time I do have such freedom where I can do that stuff. So if I could, I will. It being in August, that's a little close to a wedding though, which is where we're planning a wedding in August, but details. Okay, next question. So if you and Lunar have a baby, what will you name it YouTube-wise? And it was funny because I asked Lunar this last night, and both of us instantly came up with the same response. We both said Eclipse Primal. It's the only thing that makes sense. If we had a kid, it'd be an eclipse. Just, lunar, solar. Yeah. Alright, next set of questions. Alright, so this set of questions comes from Kublar. What is your opinion on the way animals are treated in the production of food? That's a very interesting question. My opinion on it is we are up on that food chain. We're at the top there where we need them to sustain us. However way they do it, as long as it's sanitary and doesn't harm us down the road, then it's fine. Because we'll guarantee, back in like medieval times, they probably did it even worse. We're just doing it on a grander scale now. So, not to sound cruel or mean, as long as we get the food safely to us, then that's fine. Next question. Do you believe there is a God of some nature? I do believe in a other being out there that we are unaware of. And that's all I'll say. Next question. What is the meaning of life, oh great primal? You're asking the wrong person, to be honest, but I guess all I could maybe say is the meaning of life is to live it, experience life, and then we pass on, I guess. Okay, next question. You would like fine Koopa women? I honestly don't know, because I honestly can't tell the genders with you guys. You guys have that shell that's covering the goods, so who knows? And how many times do you masturbate in a week? I will choose not to answer that question at this time. Okay, next set of questions is from Shamex2. Do you watch Invader Zim? I definitely used to. Definitely did. Do you play Pokemon Black and White? I do. I own White, and I play it. Will you watch Invader Blue's trial? I don't know. I'm guessing that's from Invader Zim. I haven't watched all of it. I've only seen a few episodes. Have you watched Invader Zim Parent Teacher Night episode? I might have. I just don't remember it. Do you have an Invader Sim fan character? I do not. I'm not that crazy about Invader Zim. I think it's a fun show, but yeah. Alright, next set of questions are from SS2 Jet. First question is, what got you into Let's Plays? Ooh, refer to the stuff above. Sorry, I just want to repeat for a third time. Who is or was your favorite Let's Player? I'm still gonna have to go with Chugga Conroy. I still enjoy the videos he comes out with, and it was him that essentially started me on the whole Let's Playing as far as watching. So he kind of got my foot in that door, you could say, unintentionally. So, next question. Can I have a cookie? Yes, you may. Next question. Do you see yourself doing LPs for a long time? If everything goes well for myself in terms of the side thing I'm working on, basically if I don't have to stay forever at the job I'm at right now, I would absolutely be doing Let's Plays for a very long time. That would require me to play a lot more video games, but hey, that's a plus. That's awesome. Okay, next question. Will you be my mommy? I don't think you want to suckle on my zipples. That's all I'm going to say. Alright, next set of questions. They come from ReadyAppCo. Hope I'm saying that right. This first question is, why do you title your personal videos as game, quote-unquote game, then LP, instead of Let's Play, quote-unquote game? Just wondering. That is a very good question. My reasoning for that is, I try to do my best to save space with the titles, and that's just my reason for it, because anyone that watches my videos knows what LP stands for most of the time. There are a few people that don't, so I'm hoping that the knowledge of my viewers, they know that LP stands for Let's Plays, so it's just my way of optimizing the amount of space I have for my title, so it's just not this big lengthy title that just is ridiculous and whatnot, and that's my reason behind it. Next question. What made you choose the name Solar Primal? Okay, well, this is a bit of a story. Growing up as a kid, we all play Imaginary once in a while, and one of the characters that I played as with my friends, and we somehow came up with a story behind it and all that stuff, his name was Solar. And down the road, one of my other friends were like, man, those were a lot of fun. Why don't we make an actual anime or story behind it? We're like, yeah, let's do that. And we developed a lot of that along the ways and whatnot, and that's what that was. The Primal, that character, at some point, I won't explain it with too much detail, but the character is able to kind of use and absorb energy, and at one point, I'll just say he gets thrown into a sun, and to save himself, he tries to absorb it. And in doing so, he absorbs so much energy that it goes beyond his physical capabilities, and his body essentially evolves to sustain that kind of energy. And that form is called Solar Primal. And that's just how that turned out, to make a long story short. And so that's always, for me, that was a unique name, because I doubt there was a whole lot of Solar Primals out there. I'm sure there are on certain websites, but most of the time when I would go to a website and you gotta make an account name and stuff, I went with Solar Primal, and boom, wasn't taken yet, so I went for it. Let's see, what is your favorite website? To be honest, favorite website? YouTube. It's the one website I always check in with every day. It's the only one. I used to check in with Facebook all the time. I don't Facebook a whole lot anymore. It's his life. And I used to go Newgrounds a lot, but that's when I was doing the Flash games. Okay, next set of questions. And they come from TNT Yoshi. Why is Chimchar your mascot? Well, that came down to basically because my account name was Solar Primal. I'm really into Pokemon, and so I figured out which Pokemon would be the most related to that name, Solar Primal. So I had to find a monkey. There's plenty of monkeys on Pokemon, but then had to be a fire type as well, which I love fire types. So hands down had to be Chimchar. The reason why I didn't go for any of its evolutions, personally, it was more of a marketing thing that way. I'm able to find a lot more pictures of Chimchar than I do for any of the other evolutions, and that's just how it is. And I've had a lot of fun doing so. So it's just became a part of me. Alright, next. Do you plan on to do non-RPGs in the future? Absolutely. As soon as I can find one that I can actually do a Let's Play of. Because so far I actually can't find any games that actually could be valid for a Let's Play. Okay, so his third question is, how is Canada? As of right now, since it's the start of fall, it was quite literally as soon as fall started, everything got cold again. So the summer was doing pretty good. It was getting some rain, that ain't too bad, but yeah, it's getting cold again. We're expecting snow in the next month. Yay. So next question. What advice do you have for Let's Players? My advice? Well, I don't really know if I have much advice, considering I'm only on my second Let's Play. I would say for me, my opinion is, if it's a game you're doing, make sure you are knowledgeable about it to some extent, because if you're playing through the game and you don't know what you're doing, that's not going to be fun for the viewer or yourself. And that is what a lot of us Let's Players do hold true, is if you're Let's Playing, you're doing it for fun. That's bottom line how you need to approach this. You don't go in to look for money, because that's never a guarantee. These days, that line's a little blurrier now, but never do it for money, because then you won't be doing it for fun, and it will come through. People will be able to hear the change in just the way you speak, the way you're playing the game, just overall how you tackle your project, just based on how your mindset is for it. You know, if Let's Play is something that you really want to do, really think about it, and really think, is this something that I can do for a long time? Because if you're going to get into it, you might as well go for it. If you're going to just do it for a couple months and be like, this sucks, that's fine. That's how you learn. Nothing wrong with that. And I guess the only other advice I could really give is make sure whatever equipment you're using to record on is reliable. So if you're going to have crappy audio and do camcorder footage of a Let's Play, that makes it very difficult for someone to get into your Let's Play, because you can't really see it, you can hardly hear you. If anything, you're causing just noise on top of the video game, and no one likes that. Your buddies will be like, oh, that's cool, you're making videos, I'm gonna subscribe to you. That's cool, but if you really want to actually show that you can really be a Let's Player, really think it through. That's the best advice I could give for that. That was a lengthy one. Next question. Do you plan to do more Wi-Fi battles, such as Crisscross Media and Lightning Spirit 78? I absolutely do. There's no stretch of the imagination that will not allow me to do more Wi-Fi battles. If anything, I'll even do more Wi-Fi battles. I'll maybe even start branching out to do Wi-Fi battles on like Pokemon Battle Revolution, even though that's only 4th generation, but easier to record on. I'll even branch out. Once I get Brawl, I can start doing Brawl fights. I can actually do right now Mario Kart Wii Wi-Fi battles. Not really battles, but you know what I mean. Wi-Fi games. So there's nothing holding me back from that, and there will be absolutely more of that. So stay tuned for that.